What is going on, guys? Stefan here with you, S&E's Garage, and in today's video, we are doing absolutely nothing. So it is January 15th, 2024. And on the 12th, we just welcomed a beautiful, healthy baby girl into the family. Isabella Rose is her name. And we've been kind of taking it easy here. I don't really have any install videos or anything in the pipeline as of right now because I'm waiting on some parts. So I figured I'd take you guys on a ride with me, go run some errands. We're going to pick up some bagels for the family because everyone's hungry. And this is basically the calm before the storm. We're getting some snow tonight, and they're going to salt the roads. So this is really the last time I'm going to be able to drive this car until we get a nice rain to wash the roads, because I do not drive my nice cars after the roads have been treated with salt. That stuff is like cancer. It eats away at your undercarriage and at the rest of your car. And I don't drive my nice car. So I figured we'd take this ride and we could talk about our future plans here coming into 2024. So for those of you that have been watching the channel, you know that we have, I don't want to say extensively modified, but we've done some pretty in-depth modifications to this. It's riding on a new suspension, it's coilover conversion in the rear, it's got a header back exhaust, apex mid-pipe resonated, and a Rebel medallion axle back, and I figured this would also be a good way to showcase noise, vibration, and harshness. Driving the car, let you guys hear exactly what I hear as I'm driving. You just kind of get a feel for the car. So we are waiting on several parts to install on the car. I'm waiting on a Tom's Racing front lid. I'm waiting on a Tom's Racing rear strut tower brace, and the main reason I'm doing that, the strut tower brace, is because we moved the load-bearing point of the vehicle in the suspension from the rear spring perch on the control arms all to the upper shock tower. So we're kind of asking a lot out of these shock towers. They are pretty robust, they're reinforced from the factory, but we want to go that extra mile and make sure that everything is on the up and up as far as chassis bracing and stiffening. So I should be expecting those parts. They're on back order until late January to early February. So I should be getting them within the next, say, 3 weeks. And I'm super excited to install them and show you guys how to install that kind of product. We did order some new filming equipment. We got a GoPro head mount, and I also brought a GoPro chest mount. Basically, it goes around your neck. That should really help with my my point of view shooting, where traditionally I'll have to either put you on a tripod or hold you in one hand and do what I'm doing with the other, and it hasn't worked very well. And I'm trying to bring you guys better, more quality content for 2024. So we're not going to stop striving to do the best we can here, and those are just some of the ways we're going to do it. Now I am looking for another Lexus to replace my 2007 Camry beater that I shouldn't call it a beater. It's a pretty nice example. The dashboard's not melted. It's got a rebuilt engine that was rebuilt by Toyota at 70,000 miles, so it doesn't burn any oil, which is pretty rare for those cars. But I am looking for a Lexus to replace that vehicle. I'm looking at either an IS350, a GS350, or an ES350. I've been scouring Marketplace and Facebook and Craigslist, and I just haven't really seen anything that I've fallen in love with yet. There is a lower mileage salvage title ES350. The guy wants like $9,300 for it, and I think that's a little high for a salvage car. I offered him a little bit less, and it's been for sale for like a month and a half now. So I'm gonna keep messaging him and trying to chew him down. It's actually really clean, and it got salvaged for an actual really silly reason. If I buy the car, I can, you know, we're gonna do a whole video on the car and what you should look for when you're buying a salvage title car. That's kind of the idea that I'm going with here, but hopefully we find something. I think I would prefer an IS350 because I do like rear wheel drive a little bit more, but the ES350 is bigger, and if I ever need to put my kids in it, it would be a little bit better, obviously, but we'll just have to see what happens. We're also in the middle of planning a new S&E's Garage headquarters in our backyard. We're going to be building a 4-car pole barn. I believe we're going to do 50 foot by 30 foot or 28 foot, don't quote me. I have to look at the plans. My father-in-law's an architect, so he's drawing everything up. We already have a zoning permit. So if that happens, we will probably be moving all of our recording operations out into that pole barn, just so that we can kind of use the garage more as a garage than a film studio. And it would be nice to be detached from the house, because sometimes in the background of my videos you'll hear my dogs barking or my kids screaming or something like that, and it kind of irritates me that you guys hear that in the background, but I guess it is what it is. We're doing as best as we can, but we are looking to make changes going into 2024 to, like I said before, bring better content. Now, also for 2024, I would also like to try to buy the Tom's rear diffuser and the Tom's side skirts to really finish off the look of that lower lip, front lip that we're going to be putting on. It would just really kind of complete the look, and it would make the car look a little bit lower too. When I modify a car, especially in the suspension department, I don't like to lower it beyond its useful use. So if I were to have slammed this thing, I would have had to roll the back fenders, which I don't want to do because you risk cracking the paint. I'd be worrying about bottoming out everywhere I go. Right now it's at a good height where I have very minimal fender gap. It doesn't rub in the front or the rear, and all that I really had to do was tweak some of the tabs on the front fender liner. And I'm happy with it. So I don't plan on lowering the suspension anymore because of that. But we can do things to the body to make the car appear lower than it is, and I think that's the route we're going to go. And the height that I'm at, I think all of those things would be safe being lowered as well. So we'll see how the front lip looks, and then those things are kind of expensive, so I'm going to need you guys to do as much liking, sharing, and subscribing as you can so we can afford them to be able to install them and, you know, do videos on it for you guys and bring you more F content. But right now we are actually pulling up to our destination here, so let me go inside and order our food and we'll be back out. Actually, change of plans. Their new hours indicate that they are closed on Monday and Tuesday, so that kind of sucks. But with that said, we can do a pull now because I now have access to the full rev range because we reached temperature. And this thing is an absolute monster. The transmission actually shifts a little bit slow when it's on the colder side. You heard that that delay and shift on the 1.2. I hit it before it hit the limiter, but it let it bounce. That's not really a bad thing though. I absolutely love the way this thing sounds when it hits the limiter. It's like angels singing in my trunk. Oops. Now, I did also want to get this car tuned, and there's a couple of different options that I'm looking at going. I'm either looking at doing tuned by Loy, or I'm going to be doing RR Racing. I haven't really decided yet, but I do want to make a nice video on that. I have secured a location that has a dyno that will work with us, and what we would end up doing is we would end up, you know, taking the car to the dyno shop, dynoing it 3 times with the factory tune in it, and then basically average it out. We'd average those 3 out, maybe even just use the highest to say here's what it was stock, and then flash the tune on it, and then again 3 times on the rollers. So 6 pulls in total, 1 video, and see just how much horsepower and torque we gain from a tune with the factory exhaust manifolds. Here in New Jersey, we are an emission state, and I do not plan on deleting my catalytic converters because I've done it before on other cars. I don't like the way the car smells, and I don't like having to try to jump hoops to get the car to pass inspection because it is annoying. So I guess we'll see what happens there, but that is another video we are planning to do with this car. And I think that would actually be a very exciting video, just to see exactly how the car responds to that type of modification and tune. But again, we're at our second destination here to try to get some bagels, so we'll be back with you as soon as we get back. Alright guys, and that's basically going to be it for this video. Like I said, we don't really have anything going on right now. We are going to be doing some maintenance on the Mustang in the next week or so. I ordered some parts, spark plugs, we're going to be doing that. But other than that, we're kind of in a holding pattern, waiting on some modification parts for the Lexus, and waiting to see if I can find a decent used Lexus to daily drive. So like, share, and subscribe if you guys want to see more content on, you know, any of our cars. You want to keep up with, you know, projects and things like that we have going on. We definitely appreciate you guys that have been with us watching religiously. You guys make this channel possible, and like I said, I can't explain to you how much it's appreciated. So please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all on the next one.